What's up, everybody? What's up, guys? This is the fourth episode of Super Liga. Another week in the books. Disappointing for some, very, very exciting and great for others. It was the final week of divisional matchups, or that first wave of divisional matchups. So let's get right into the week 3 recap, and I'll start it off with my game, and was the very, very shitty game for me. I go 0-3. I lose LVU 94, Dem Lions 121. Very, very disappointing. I'm the worst team in the league right now. I'm scoring the fewest points. And I think I'm cursed, bro. I think I really am. I picked up Gardner Minshew, who had put up some pretty good points against better defenses. He was putting up 30+ points against better defenses, and he plays the worst defense, the worst pass defense in the league, and gives me a whole 7 fucking points, man. Once that happened, I knew it was going to be rough for me. And Dem Lions only scored 121, man. That's a low score in itself.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
Kenyon Drake disappointed as well. He was supposed to have a good showing this week. It hasn't happened yet, so hopefully that's this week. But all in all, dude,
Chenault hurt you also.
Definitely, but it wasn't as bad as the QB spot. You expect your quarterback to get around 20 points. Chenault, that was a gamble for sure. I have Chark, and he wasn't going to play because he was injured. And so I was like, you know what? It's the worst fucking pass defense in the league. Same logic. But yeah,
bro, quarterback scoring has been like through the roof this year. So I know we always default to if your quarterback gets you 20 points, dude, that's not a top 12 quarterback anymore.
Yeah,
if your quarterback gets you 20 points.
Yeah,
dude, you got Russell Wilson out there getting 50 burgers and stuff, and you got Dak putting up big numbers, and Josh Allen and 60 burgers. You know what I mean? It's crazy. If you have a quarterback that gets you 20 points, you're kind of disappointed now. And Minshew only got you 7, and that was on Thursday, bro. You had to live with that 7 points for the rest of the week. That's shitty, man. That's shitty, because I know that if you knew that Dem Lions was only going to put up 121. I mean, you'd be like, "Oh fuck, I got him, dude."
Yeah, bro. And it's funny because I was like, I'm going to start Minshew this week, and Chris, you were like, "That's a good start, bro." You're like, "It's a good move." No,
was putting up numbers, dude.
No, absolutely, dude. I was like, Minshew's he's a safe pick, dude. You'll be fine. He gave me 7.2 points. And then his team, I mean, he did okay. Stafford gave him 22, Miles Sanders 14. Juju Smith-Schuster 16.3. So those are his, and Will Fuller gave him 15. So those are his big scorers. Also, first game I was watching on Sunday, I was watching the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Houston Texans. I was watching the Texans game, and I had Deontay Johnson, and he had no receptions, but he had a carry. He had 1 carry in the first quarter, and he got a concussion, and he was out for the rest of the game. So I was like, dude, I'm fucking cursed, man. There's no other explanation than the fantasy football gods hate me.
Dude, nothing special from Dem Lions at all, but sometimes the matchup is just in your favor, and dude, you're just not putting up any points this week, man. It's so crazy. What's really kind of disappointing is Kenyon Drake, man. You drafted him pretty high. Everyone was high on him, and he just hasn't had a really great game yet. And we're hoping that he does. It breaks out.
Kyler's taking his red zone carries away. So but I mean, that's not gonna, in theory, statistically. I mean, you can't. There's no way Kyler can carry on like that, right? He'll have 42 touchdowns or something,
right?
If he does. But yeah, man, it's been disappointing. He is getting the volume still, so I'm not too worried about Kenyon Drake. I have a lot of people hitting me up for him, trying to fucking offer me trash. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm not. I'm not gonna give away. He's getting the volume. He's the best running back on his team. A high-powered offense. It's week 3. Calm down. I'm not gonna give away for someone you picked off of waivers last week. Calm down, dude.
Right. Makes sense, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the first game. The next game was another disappointing for one of our own. Christopher Giannis, the Bad Hombres, falls 192 to 181 against Over Easy.
It's hard to beat too disappointed. My team put up 181 points, but I was shooting for 200, damn it, and I thought it was possible. But you know what, man? I just, Darren Waller had a disappointing showing. He was being shadowed by Gilmore, and he shut him down pretty well. And that's what the Patriots usually do.
Smaller.
Yeah, Darren Smaller. That's a good one. And you know where I lost it? I lost it, and this is a shitty part. I lost it like on the defense and the IDP. Really, her defense outscored my defense by 25 points. And you know what? Kudos to Overeasy because she picked up the Colts defense from waivers that week.
Yeah, they had two defensive touchdowns this past week.
Yeah, and that was a move that she made during the week, an adjustment she made, and that won her the game because I lost by 10 points, and her defense outscored mine by 25 points. So that was, but and here's the conundrum that I was in, right? So I had a pretty high waiver priority. I was like second in line, and I knew that I needed a defense, but I was like, dude, do I use the second overall priority on waivers on a fucking defense? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like paralyzed by the waiver position, and I did it because I was looking at the Colts. Obviously, they were going up against a good team, and I didn't put the waiver claim in, and I just snoozed, man. Yeah. And I've used the waiver since then, so I'm not, that's not going to be an excuse that I have anymore. But I'm gonna, but yeah, man. And I need to figure out my IDP too, man. My IDP's just been disappointing this year, below average. But other than that, man, I think if I get those two spots figured out, I'll be okay. Like I said, I can't be too disappointed scoring 181 for the week, but easy, man.
No, dude. I mean,
this is. Dude, that freaking game that Tyler Lockett had, he 50 points, right? And this is the first time in his career that he scored 3 touchdowns in one game against the Cowboys, bro. I was in hell, bro. I was watching that game and the Cowboys were losing, so that sucked for me. And then Tyler Lockett was scoring every touchdown. I was losing my fucking mind, bro. But yeah, man, it was a good game, and she clapped my cheeks this week. And the only positive is that she spared me in the group chat. She spared me in the group chat, but she made sure to rub it in the DMs. So
she wanted to come out. She wanted to come out right now, but I guess my son started crying, so she's not able to.
Mama dude.
She wanted to gesture something. I'm not sure what it was, but let's check him over. But yeah, man. I mean, we were kind of concerned about Josh Allen going into it, but he put up 47 for you, man. So I think like in the future, that's something great. I mean, Josh Allen's what, QB1 or QB2 on the year so far. So
yeah, dude.
I heard some Russell
MVP chatter. I've heard some MVP chatter.
I don't know about all that.
Settle down.
But it does make me feel better about just leaving him in that spot. You know what I mean? Like the Rams aren't the greatest defense, but they're better than the fucking Dolphins. You know what I mean? Like he was playing. He played 2 really shitty defenses to start the year, and the Rams they're not their best, but they're a solid fucking defense. And he was still able to be productive like that. So that just like gave me the confidence to just keep him in the starting spot. And if somebody wants to trade for him now, it's like he's proven it's going to cost a lot more than it would have after 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That leaves Chris at 2-1 on the season, and Overeasy's 3-0 in that division. So the next matchup we have is the Flint Tropics, 174 over Marlin. Another loss for this cartel, 112 for Culon Santo. Marlon, how'd you feel, man? How do you feel about your players? How'd they perform?
I was sad, man. I was overcome with sad. It seems like anybody that I put into the tight end position gets hurt. So, I mean, obviously, I wasn't working with my A-listers. Both Kittle and Devontae Adams were ruled out from participation. So that's already clipping 2 of my legs, and on top of that, I picked up Kittle's handcuff, so which he had done, which is Jordan Reed. So he did well last week. He got 24 points against the Jets. Going up against the Giants this week, I felt pretty confident that he was going to be able to get up there in points, but he got hurt. IR. And he's gone. He's gone. And then a disappointing performance from Fournette when the week prior he had posted monster numbers. I figured, Tampa's #1 guy now.
Yeah.
But
I think that backfield's committee for the rest of the year, man. I don't know if you can trust anyone back because anyone can go off one week and then the next week they're going to get 4 points. It's a tough. Yeah. That's a tough backfield.
Brady brought that over from the Patriots, man.
Yeah,
you never trust the Patriots receiver.
He dropped from percentage of snaps played from last week or the week before that to this past week. He dropped in carries overall, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
and against Denver, which should have been a favorable, opportunity for him to shine. And yeah, man. I mean, my defense didn't do much against Houston. Started off pretty promising, but they ended up going down because they lost a bunch of points. And then Kyler Murray threw 3 fucking interceptions. Yeah, it was pretty brutal, man.
Yeah, 22 points from Kyler is disappointing, especially when fucking Dak gets 60 for Flint Tropics. Yeah. That's insane, bro. He threw he almost had 3 interceptions. He had 2 interceptions and a fumble, and he still fucking scored 60 points. That's insane. That shouldn't work that way.
Yeah, I mean, and Tyler Boyd threw for over 400 yards, whereas Kyler just threw for just under 300.
Yeah, and then Kyler had 3 picks as well, so that
he had 3 picks.
That's -3 every pick, so that's -9.
So if you add 9, he just would have broken 30 some points, but still
30 points. Tyler Boyd, bro, 32 points, almost 33 points for Cincinnati. He's the wide receiver you want on the Bengals. He's dude. AJ Green's a fucking thing of the past, bro. I think Tyler Boyd's gonna be the receiver that everybody goes after next year in that draft because he's got a connection with Burrow for sure. And then, dude, how do you survive? This is the thing that pisses me off because IDPs are so sketchy to choose. You know what I mean? IDPs are and I'm glad that we play with them because it's a different level of it's something else you have to think about. But bro, his IDP scored 20 points. Who the fuck is S. Thompson? Who the fuck is that guy? I know this is not the
Shaq, bro.
I know this is not the segment.
Shaq Thompson. It's Shaq Thompson, man.
Yeah, you want between 5 and 10 points from your IDP. To get 20 is
that's fucking crazy, dude. That's badass, bro.
If you can, just word of advice for everybody: go at the damn linebacker. I mean, it's just the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, I mean that's what I did, but
I get the tackles. Yeah,
but I mean, other than that, man, it was the best lineup that I could have come up with what I had.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's nothing I could have done to make that any better.
Yeah.
By any measurable.
Well, dude,
it was just way off. It was way off. I mean, he beat me by 60 points, over 60 points. So.
Yeah, I mean,
that one. No, I was going to say that one puts Culon Santo at 1-2 and Flint at 2-1. Following matchup was Cross faded 205, Peaky Bees 182.
Dude, this was a wild ass matchup. I know Crossfaded was saying that at one point he had a 7% chance of winning. 7.
I think it was less, dude. I think it was less than that. I think it was 4 or something. It was crazy.
Yeah. And then Kamara goes for 58 points, and Drew Brees goes for 32 and gets the fucking win, man. On Monday night. That's awesome, man. I can't believe the new guy starts off 0-3 as he should, in the division. But his team is putting up points. He's just getting squashed, man. Within the division, I'll say this about our division. Our division was the shittiest division last season, and now it's turned into the juggernaut, the group of death, bro. between the four of us, I don't know. I think we might be the highest scoring division so far.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, like the volatility of obviously of fantasy football. But dude, we were the laughing stock. Our division was a laughing stock of the league last year, and now we're just everything's upside down, bro. We're in this is the upside down world that we're living in.
Yeah, you're definitely right. You guys collectively have the most points scored. I'm not doing any math, but I'm looking at the numbers right now, and I'm pretty sure
that's pretty clear. Yeah, it's pretty clear.
It's pretty high. So, like, what I'm saying is the Peaky Blindside, like, he's got a good team. I mean, he's putting up good points, but he's just coming up against tougher competition, man. So, I'm it's interesting to see what he does outside of the division. I think he might. We'll look into the matchup next week, but man, he fucking really got spanked these first 3 games. We put it on him for sure, and we welcomed him into the league as we should.
Yeah.
Speaking of
crossfaded, crossfaded had that 58.7. Drew Brees 32.52. Keenan Allen put up close to 40 for him, so that's where he got the majority, the bulk of his points. Peaky Blindsiders. Ben Roethlisberger 23, Austin Eckler 32.3, Allen Robinson 38, Tyreek Hill 21, just missing that bonus again. Melvin Gordon only had 7.8 for him. So, yeah, dude, his team has been putting up some pretty good numbers. Eckler had a big game, and I think we had talked about it earlier. We were down on Eckler because of the quarterback situation with Tyrod Taylor. But now, since the it's taken over, Tyrod is more of a runner, so it's definitely working out for Eckler in his favor that he has a new quarterback there. But we'll see if that continues, because I think Tyrod might can be the starter again at some point.
That's the thing. Yeah, they're not committing to Herbert. So as soon as Tyrod is healthy, we'll see what happens to Eckler's production and fantasy value. If there's a correlation there, but so far there is.
As long as unpunctured.
Yeah. I mean, Eckler had 11 targets and he caught 11 balls. That's 11 points. That's not normal for a running back. I mean, typically 5, 6, 7. That's good for a running back. 11. That's crazy. In a PPR league, that's great.
I mean, I didn't go to number school. But 11 for 11, I think that's 100%, and I think that's pretty fucking good.
That's pretty good math, bro. That's pretty good math.
He's batting better than 500, man. He's doing okay.
He's doing okay.
But yeah, so that puts Crossfaded at 1 and 2, which is crazy because Crossfaded again, he had a really bad week 1, really low scoring, but since then has picked it up, and he gets his first win of the season. Peaky Blindside falls to 0 and 3, like we said. He's putting up points too, just getting really, really unlucky in that stingy division. The next matchup is the Vino Poppies, 210, the Fornicators, 194, high scoring affair as well. That's the Earth division.
Bro, both of their quarterbacks went for over 60 points. That's fucking insane, dude. Come on.
You know, it's crazy. We talked about Mahomes being the best defense he's played thus far in Baltimore. And we're like, it's a tough defense, but he might go off. And lo and behold, he went off.
He went off, man. It's like he had a chip on his shoulder or something. Like he was just like going to prove that he's in a different league as far as like him and
Fuck Lamar.
It's insane. But yeah, like Derrick Henry, 37 points, dude. Derrick Henry, I stand corrected, man. I didn't think he was going to be. I didn't think he was going to be this good. Continue this kind of run that he's been on since last year, and 37 points, man, in PPR. Derrick Henry's a beast, man. He's killing it right now, and Cooper Kupp finally has a good game. 35 points. I know he's been waiting for that to happen. I mean, that's pretty much the bulk of his points there. I mean, what more do you need when Russell Wilson puts up 60 fucking points?
Yeah. You know what sucks? It's the Fornicators lost by 15, about 15, and they had a wide receiver with a goose egg, so that really hurt them right there. That was the difference.
Yeah, what happened to John Brown? He got hurt?
He got hurt. He had 2 targets. He went 0 for 2, and then he got hurt. So that's like, but I mean, he still put up 194 with that goose egg. That's pretty impressive. But when Pat Mahomes is putting up 60 points, you got a chance to win every game, right?
Right.
So Poppy now 3-0. the Fornicators now 1-2 in the Earth Division. You know, Poppy, a squad that we weren't too high on, coming into the season, but right now he's sitting as one of the top teams in the league. And I think we can all thank he can thank Russell Wilson for that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Yeah. I think he's like the highest scoring. He's the number one quarterback, right, in the league.
I think so.
He might be the number one scoring. I think he's the highest scoring player in the league, regardless of position.
Russell Wilson probably has more points scored than my entire team does, bro.
Probably. Total. Yeah.
On the year, yeah. But so that was a good matchup. Poppy 3-0 at the top of the Earth Division. The final matchup we have is the Bangkok Lady Boys on his tear, 205. The Gridiron Throne, the final member of the cartel, falls 114 to 205.
Yeah,
man, those Lady Boys, man, they're swinging them dicks around.
Yeah, they sure are, bro. I pointed this out earlier, but the cartel had a rough week. We went 0-4, and I think that's probably the first time it ever happened.
I was still like holding out for luck at that point. Like Chris sends those fucking Daughtry "it's not over" memes or those gifs. And I had seen Kamara go off right for over 50, and I was like, dude, if fucking Clyde Edwards-Helaire can give me 47,
dude,
it's
not over, bro.
Yeah, so I had another disappointing week, man. I barely improved upon my score from last week when I was the no talent pussy of the week. I improved upon my score, but just barely. My wide receivers suck, man. Single digits, almost all of them. They suck.
Bro, Mike, you're the second lowest scoring team in the league, above me, bro.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It doesn't feel good. I knew I was going up against a juggernaut this coming week. There was at some point it was projected to be pretty close, but then the Lady Boys did what they did, and they it was the biggest blowout. Turned out to be the biggest blowout of the week. So I don't know what else there is to say.
Yeah, dude. I think Lamar, you're expecting him to go for more than 15 points.
Yeah. I'm expecting like 30, 35 points a week, and it's 2 weeks in a row where he's.
I think he's kind of fallen short too from according to where you drafted him, right? I think it was the second round. I drafted Kenyon Drake in the second round too, so we both have that sort of in common. These guys just aren't living up to their the expectations we had for them. And then you had Andrews as well. Mark Andrews only put 6 points up, and you were expecting a huge year from him as well. So that's kind of disappointing too, dude. But
so far, the bright spot on my roster is Henderson. I picked him up last week.
That was a great pickup, man.
Yeah, dude. I was, I got fucked obviously by losing Saquon, so I had to hit the waiver wire, and Henderson was who I picked up. And he made my score a little bit more respectable than it would have been.
So it's good to know that even if Saquon was healthy, bro, your team would have still fucking lost, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least you can. That makes you feel a little better. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah,
you look at the Lady Boys. Rodgers, 32 points, very respectable. Dalvin Cook, 34.9, almost 35 points. DeAndre Hopkins, 33.7. I heard he didn't practice today, so that's an eye. We need to keep an eye on that for this week.
2 days in a row with an ankle injury. Yeah, no practice for 2 days.
As talented as I know Hopkins is, I honestly didn't have very high expectations for him this year in a new team. I just didn't. I don't know. I have no reason.
Well, the question was, and it's since been answered. Where the target's going to be there, and they're definitely there, man. He's getting targeted like 12 times a game. Sorry, dude. Go.
Yeah,
my dog.
People were like, "Oh, Christian Kirk, he's a good receiver. He's going to get targets." Nah. He's gotten like 0 targets, and he's been hurt too. So it's all been going to D-Hop and some to Larry.
When you can throw to Christian Kirk or DeAndre Hopkins, I guess who your pick.
I think he has the top 2 receivers in fantasy football right now, in D-Hop and Calvin Ridley. Ridley put up 27.7, which is his worst of the year so far. Insane, dude. But Ridley also didn't practice today either. So it's interesting to see what happens to Bangkok this week, if those receivers are good to go or not. Ertz put up 15 for him. Gurley, Devontae Parker, everybody on his squad putting up respectable numbers, and he scored over 200 again. So those lady boys, man, they're doing their thing, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
We just can't let this guy go undefeated.
It's also 2 weeks in a row where Joe Burrow puts Lamar Jackson to shame. So I'm starting to wonder if I need to.
Don't do it, Bloodbath. Don't do it. That's crazy.
Starting to wonder.
Bro, because that's when Lamar goes for 68, bro.
Right.
Whenever you bench him. Yeah. So yeah, that was the last matchup of the week. Gridiron Throne, you fall to 0-3. Bangkok Ladyboys 3-0. Those goose eggs stayed exactly where they were last week.
Who will be the first to get a dub?
Yeah.
With that being said, let's take a look at the standings. The Earth Division, like we had said, Vino Poppies 3-0, 524.9 points scored, followed by Dem Lions 2-1, 397.4 points scored. The Fornicators 1-2, 487.7 points scored, and then LVU at 0-3, 342.6 points. Then we move over to the Win Division. Over Easy 3-0, 547.0 points scored. Bad Hombres 2-1, 594.2. Crossfaded 1-2, 511.1. Tiki Blindsiders 0-3, 469.9. Then we have the Bangkok Ladyboys 3-0, 582.3. The Flint Tropics 2-1, 494.9. Ulon Santo 1-2, 433.8, and the Gridiron Throne 0-3, 386.2. What's interesting here is I'm just seeing it. Every division has the same records in every spot. Everyone has 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, and 0-3. Every division looks like that, identical. So it's pretty funny.
Wow.
Yeah. So that being said, those were the standings. Everything's looking exactly the same in terms of records. We're going out to Chris's Corner.
All right. We're going to start off where we always start off with a who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? Who is that guy? Who the fuck is he? Cedric motherfucking Wilson, wide receiver, 4 for the Dallas Cowboys, right? 43 points, almost 44 points, 5 receptions, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This fucking guy had 5 receptions in his entire 2-year career leading up to this goddamn game and 0 touchdowns. He doubles his career tally in catches and scores 200% more touchdowns than he ever had in his career in one game. Unbelievable. 44 fucking points.
Is he getting a spot?
I don't think he's not going to get a spot, bro. There's no way. It's good to know, though, if one of them goes down, if one of the receivers in front of them goes down, it looks like this guy could pick up the slack. And Cedric Wilson, man, unbelievable. 44 fucking points. Who the fuck is that guy? I'm a Cowboys fan, bro, and I didn't even know who he was, okay? Okay? That's all you got to know. The Squanderer of the Week, I was going to give it to myself because, I did kind of fuck it up a little bit, but it's got to go to the blind side, bro. Peaky Blindside. He left over 30-plus points on the bench. He could have started Lazard instead of Melvin Gordon. I know it's a hard decision to make, but still, man, he had over a 90% probability of winning at one point and ends up losing by about 15 points, and he left 30 on the bench. It's got to be the Peaky Blindside. Leaving Lazard on the bench, and this just in, I got a news alert that Lazard is actually he just had surgery, and he's out for the year, which is it's a big bummer. So a little bit of a pour him out for Lazard here, but yeah, that was the last time that the Peaky Blindside could have used Lazard, and he fucking squandered it on the bench. So he's going to be the squanderer this week.
It's a good thing I didn't accept his offer for Alan Lazard for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's a good thing I didn't do it. I was really thinking about it.
You're that close.
The value is there. The value is there.
The bed shitter of the week. There's a couple. I'm going to start with Darren Waller, though. He balled out. He absolutely balled out in week 2. And then in week 3, with a tough matchup against New England, we know that New England will take away your number 1 option and he actually only ends up getting 2.9 points. Didn't even break 3 points. And I was really banking on Waller to fucking have a solid performance there. So Darren Waller definitely shit the bed. And then Marlins guy, Leonard Fournette, again, a great week 2, same story, and just absolutely shits the bed. I think what did he get, 4 points or something? I mean,
yeah,
come on, Leonard.
Barely even not even respectable. Barely not laughable.
Barely not laughable. An honorable mention. It's got to be Lamar Jackson, bro. 15 points. Lamar Jackson. That is a bed-shitting performance by his standards. Lamar Jackson. I don't know how often we're going to get to do this, but he's a fucking bed-shitter this week.
I don't know, bro.
I'm sorry.
So far, I'd say so far this year, his bed's getting stinky. Bed's getting stinky.
You think they're figuring him out?
You know what?
They're figuring him out.
I smell it, yeah. I smell it.
Oh, man.
You know what, dude? Watching that game, you realize, like, is Lamar Jackson a gifted passer? Like, does he have what it takes to ever become a prolific passer in the league? I don't know, man.
He's 0-3 against the Chiefs, so it's definitely
yeah.
Definitely me and Chris were talking about this yesterday, I believe. The Chiefs just put 11 in the box, man, and they forced Lamar to throw it, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's I don't know if he just feels the pressure of that, like, oh fuck, like he just can't handle it under pressure, because we know what their record is in the playoffs as well. Like in big games that really matter, like it's just like they're gonna stack the box, and now you have to throw under pressure, and it's like he's coming up short, you know what I mean? And so it's man, we'll see. Hopefully he shakes out of it, and like you said, Tom, I don't think he's not a gifted passer. It's something that he might have to develop, but let's see if he actually develops that ability, you know. I mean, it's easier said than done. So
I had beer goggles. I had beer goggles on when I drafted
him. Bro, I was gonna say I didn't want to call you out, but you know, now you know. This is why you don't take a quarterback in round 2. I mean,
I know, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you
could have
Joe Burrow, you know what? You could have Joe Burrow in the fucking 14th.
If he's putting up the same numbers he was last year, though, it's definitely warranted to take him in the second. It's just it hasn't been that kind of year yet. It's still early in the season, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. The no talent pussy, our very own. We hate to do it to him, but Las Vegas United. Did you break 100?
Yeah.
Fuck no, bro. 94. 94. Round it up, bro.
94. Round it up to 94. I mean, you know what? A lot of teams have been dealing with injuries, but I think your teams, you know, in particular, you've been, you know, dealing with the injury bug a bit.
Yeah,
I've been dealing with underachievers, bro. These motherfuckers are making it look bad.
Hey, last week it was me. This week it's Tom, Chris, and Marlon. You guys might want to watch out this week.
Hey, just put that on me, man. And let's, you know what? Here we go. The status.
Completely no talent. I deserve it. I'm gonna take it on the chest. You know, I'm not gonna shy away. I'm the no talent pussy of the week of the year so far.
Of the year so far. And we got to pour them out. We got to pour them out for the ones that we've lost. And I don't know if we're ever going to get the opportunity to do this again. And I hope we don't. I fucking hope we don't. I hope this is a one and done. But it's the fucking whole team, bro. The Tennessee Titans, the first fucking team to fuck it up in the 2020 season and go ahead and catch the COVID. And now they have to rearrange bye weeks. And we got fucking the Peaky Blindside, you know, complaining about IR spots, and nobody knows how it's working. And thank you, the fucking Titans. And now we have to deal with this goddamn mess, but we're gonna pour one out because you know
they don't got masks in Nashville or what?
They don't believe that. They don't believe in that shit in Nashville, man. But yeah, man, the Tennessee Titans pour one out. They're not gonna play a game this week. I think they're gonna handle it like a bye and fucking kick that can down the road. And we'll see you later.
Dude, so this is the first episode that I've actually been drinking for Pour 'em Out, and it was just one of those weeks, man. I used to drink every episode last year, but you know, I've been sober a few days now, and I was like, I don't really want to do it, but I probably have to, and so I think I'm gonna start drinking every episode because maybe that'll give me, you know, some luck or something.
It'll change your fortunes.
I'm a little stitious, you know. I'm not superstitious, but. You know, we'll see how it plays out for me.
I saw a T-shirt today that had that. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little.
I'm a little.
Just a little stitious, baby. And finally, our boy, the big cock on the block, Dino Papi, putting up 210 points. Great, a high-scoring game. And he I didn't like his squad when I first looked at it before the season started, but Derrick Henry, man, he's doing it for him. So 210 points. Vino Papi, the big cock on the block this week.
Yeah. We had 3 teams break 200 this week.
It was a really crazy high scoring week.
It really was.
Not as high as 244, but
you know what's crazy? Seven teams went over 180, dude. 7 teams.
Yeah.
1 team went under 100.
That's it.
So I renamed that. I guess I just renamed that Chris's Corner. That's what it's called now, man.
Chris's I like
Corner.
It. There you go. I like it. Let's stick with it, dude.
So let's check out the week 4 matchups then. We have the Peaky Bees at 0-3 versus the Fornicators at 1-2. Who you guys got in this one? Let's have a look at their players.
Oh man, it's gonna be. What's funny is that the Peaky Blindside is trying to make a trade with the Fornicators right before they play. It's like, no wonder he's ignoring you, bro. You guys are going to go up against each other in week 4. I don't think he wants to trade with the enemy just yet.
Yeah, I mean, bro. You can't trade this.
Bro, do you eat where you shit? I know I don't. Goddamn.
You shit where you eat? Cow? Do you buy the cow when you get the milk for free? No, this fucking doesn't even make sense.
I don't even buy cows, bro. Goddamn.
Dude. Okay, so I know the Peaky Blindside is projected to win, but I don't believe in these projections. I think they're kind of bullshit because he was projected to. He had like a 93% chance of winning last week, and he lost. So I think you know what I'm looking at the Fornicators team, and the more I look at it, the more I like you, bro. Josh Jacobs, I think he's going to have, a good game. Not a great game, but I think he's going to have a good game. Patrick Mahomes against New England, though, that's kind of sketchy, man. For some reason, I think New England just has his number because I know he's lost against New England in the past, but that was with Tom Brady. But it's the New England defense, man. I think they can figure him out,
I think they're playing in KC, so that gives me a little bit of hope for him, though.
Right. Yeah. Right.
He's got Deshaun Watson, who he's offered everyone $1 million trades for. He's playing but he's going up against Minnesota, who's a very weak secondary, so he should light it up.
Watson should eat this week.
Dude, yeah. So the fact that Watson is going to have a better matchup and that, Eckler still has Herbert throwing him the ball and Robinson, let's see how Robinson does now that big Nick Dick is throwing him the fucking pigskin.
Nick Dick.
Big Nick Dick.
He has He has old Reek Hill going up against New England.
Reek the Freak. Yeah. And Mike Davis, another decent running back filling in for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Peaky Bees this week. I like their matchups a little bit better this week.
I do too. And as much as I want to root for the Fornicators because he's out there, fucking fighting for our freedom and shit. I definitely think the Peaky Blindside is gonna pick up their first win this week.
Yeah,
Marlon.
Yeah, I'm looking. Oh, sorry.
I'm going for the Blindside also.
Oh, Tom, are you going to pick against your brother?
No. I think the time that
he hasn't
everyone
even changed his
against
COVID
him,
guy, man.
There you go.
I mean, it's like
for sure.
I'm pretty sure it's like the middle of the night over there, but he has fucking James Conner got the COVID. You should, guys. Why'd you guys draft guys who were going to catch COVID, bro? Like for their teams.
That's one of the reasons why I think Peaky Blindside is gonna take it, man. Because losing James Conner is huge.
It's tough.
That's 30 points out the window.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he has Lindsey out as well. I actually traded him Antonio Gibson this week, so I guess he has to go with Gibson or a receiver, Emmanuel Sanders or Brandon Cooks. So we'll see how that goes. Antonio Gibson's been doing better, but they're playing Baltimore, so that's probably not the breakout game for Gibson. But dude, you never know. Like we said last week, I'm going to say the same thing this week. Maybe Mahomes goes for 50 against New England. It's not the same New England. It's not the same New England. I think last year we saw it. Their defense was putting up crazy numbers in fantasy, and they started playing good offenses, and they started getting exploited. So you never know, man. It's in KC. Mahomes is on another level right now. You saw what he did to Baltimore, and that's a legit defense. So you never know, man. Patrick, if you have Patrick Mahomes on your roster, you have a shot. So I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with the Fornicators just because y'all are going against him. So, again.
There we go.
Next matchup?
The next matchup, sorry. I'm slipping here. The Gridiron Throne, another 0-3 team. Sorry, Mike. Going up against 3-0 team, the Vino Poppies.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Vino Poppy or Vino Poppies. I know last year it was Vino Poppies. I think this year it's just Vino Poppy. Anyways.
We dropped the S.
3-0 team. 3-0 team versus an 0-3 team. Mike, you're in this game. How do you feel, man? Are you taking yourself in this one, or?
I gotta take myself. It's kind of hard to pick myself, but I'm gonna do it. I don't know, man. I've made some changes to my roster. Hopefully, the new receivers on my team will be productive because the old guys weren't. And we'll see. I'm picking myself though. I'm picking myself. I have to find a new defense though because I have the Titans defense. So that's
That's not gonna work.
Gonna have to make an adjustment here.
Here's the thing, man. I like, dude. It's just like when you're going up against Russell Wilson, man. Like fuck, especially when he's playing Miami. Jesus Christ, he could put up 80 points, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't pick myself against fucking Russell Wilson against Miami. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. It's such a fucking tall mountain to climb, dude. You know what I mean?
All right.
I'm just saying, but I like your squad. I like the squad that you have, and the fact that the way that you bounce back from the safety injury.
Maybe he gets Minshew, man. You never know.
Maybe he gets Minshew, man. But man, dude, it's just tough. Because if I look at the rest of Vino Poppy's squad, it's not that scary. It's just fucking Russell Wilson, dude. My goodness. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's playing Hyde, and I'm not.
Yeah, because Henry,
Carson,
Titans,
and Carson's out too. So Hyde's supposed to be the starter.
That's true.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like he can't play Derrick Henry this week because of the COVID, because of the bye week. You know, so like
that might save
it gives you more of a chance. Yeah, it gives you more of a chance for sure.
Other than my defense, I'm not losing anyone this week to COVID. So
yeah, dude. I'm just saying, man. Carlos Hyde is your best option. That's rough, but again, Russell Wilson's your starting QB. So,
Mike. Lamar Jackson's going against Washington. Like maybe if Lamar stays within touching distance of Russell, you can win this fucking game, dude. You can win this matchup for sure.
If Lamar runs really, really fast against their defense, he'd probably win.
You got it.
Yeah, man. Or you could start Burrow against Jacksonville. It's also very appealing. But so, Mike, you're taking yourself. Chris, who you taking?
Dude, I gotta go with Vino, man. I gotta go with Vino. I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You're dead to me.
It's not the first time I felt your knife.
I'm going to go with you, Mike. I'm going to go with you.
Gross, dude.
All right.
I'm going to go with you because it's too dependent on Russell Wilson, and it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Well, he's number one quarterback. It's not a guarantee that he's going to have a great game. We've seen it plenty of times where the matchup is perfect, it's extra juicy, and it just falls flat. Everybody's hopes and dreams.
I'm gonna ride with my 0-3 brother here, Mike. I'm gonna go. I got you, bro. You know what? I feel like Vino Poppy's riding high. It's just gonna be one of those weeks where maybe Russell Wilson doesn't reach his what he's supposed to. He's got 33. I think he'll hit 33, but I don't think he'll have. Maybe he will. I don't know. I'm gonna go with you, Mike. I'm gonna go. All right. I want to say Gridiron Throne has got this one.
God, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
The next matchup is 1-2 Crossfaded versus 2-1 Flint Tropics. So Flint Tropics has suffered from the injury bug as well. He lost Christian McCaffrey, and his team has been putting up points after a disappointing week 1, which is surprising His squad isn't looking as strong as I thought it was, but he's still putting up points. Crossfaded putting up points, but he only has one win on the year. How do you guys feel about this one?
I'm going for not going for, but I'm picking Crossfaded this week. Alvin Kamara, dude. After the week he had last week, it's kind of hard to pick against him. Flint Tropics is suffering from losing Christian McCaffrey, even though it's temporary. He'll get him back, but that's a big loss. And so, I think I'm going to go with Crossfaded this week.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think, Kamara and Breeze both have favorable matchups against the Detroit Lions. Mike Evans has been better as of late, and I'm hearing that Godwin might not play. So it's just going to be more targets for Mike Evans. Kyle Allen.
And Godwin's on the Tropics.
Yeah. So that's, man. Yeah, so that's a big blow for the Tropics. I'm looking at Tropics' team, and he's got Joe Mixon in the starting lineup, and Joe Mixon was going so high in the drafts, and I just told myself because I had Joe Mixon last season, I was like, I don't give a fuck if he's there in the 3rd round or in the 4th round. I'm gonna pass on Joe Mixon. Dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass on him.
I've had Mixon
me once. Shame on.
Yeah, shame on. Exactly.
But you can't get fooled again.
Can't get fooled again. Hey, but just don't worry about it, Flint. Hang on to him, and in week fucking 12, bro, when you're nowhere near the playoff race, he's gonna fucking break out for you, just like he did to fucking me, man. But
there's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas.
Exactly, man. But yeah, I gotta take Crossfaded, dude. I think the fact that Breeze and Kamara are going up against the Lions, I think they're just gonna have big days. And Prescott's going up against the Browns. That is a favorable matchup. I think he's gonna put up a big score, but it's not gonna be enough to overtake Kamara and Breeze, man.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to take Crossfaded. The determining factor is Godwin being out, as well as he's starting 2 tight ends again with an Evan Ingram and Cook. So that's pretty brutal. So in one flex, he has Evan Ingram, and then opposing him on Crossfaded side, it's David Johnson. So I have a little bit more faith in David Johnson putting up numbers against the Minnesota secondary than I do in Evan Ingram against the Rams.
Yeah, I mean,
who you got, Marlon?
I thought you were gonna say something, Chris. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
I got Crossfaded because honestly, I played Flint Tropics last week and fuck that guy.
I like that analysis.
No, in all seriousness.
Excellent points.
I mean, the Drew Brees. I like the Drew Brees Kamara
combination
combo. I like that this week against Detroit. I think this is very easily going to be a big game for them. And yeah, I just like his. I mean, I agree. Dak Prescott is probably going to have a really good game, which is going to benefit me because I got Amari Cooper. But I had Mixon for a brief period of time. I can't remember if it was last year, but at some point, it was just like a total letdown. And I know Tyler Boyd's been blowing it up this year, but I had him I think for 2 seasons in a row, and he was just like trash.
I traded him to you a couple years ago.
Yeah. Trash. I also had Scary Terry, and he didn't do jack shit for me except for 2 weeks last season. But now he's blowing it up. So there's that. But I just think overall, Crossfaded has the better matchup. So I'm gonna go with him.
So this next matchup is with our very own Marlon, Edward Cullen Santo versus Dem Lions. So Cullen Santo's at 1-2, Dem Lions is at 2-1. Marlon, how do you feel about this matchup?
I'm nervous, to be honest, man. I got my defense out. I picked up Gostkowski for my kicker, and the day after I picked him up, COVID out. So then I'm praying to Jesus. I told him, Jesus, if you cure Devontae Adams and he gets to play, I swear I will believe in you. And
Devontae Adams catching balls, not COVID, right?
That's
and
right.
and so I'll plug him in. Thankfully, Kittle got the green light, so it looks like he's gonna suit up to play. But yeah, man, I've got something in the works to fill in my kicker spot, but right now I'm nervous. I'll be honest, I'm nervous. The only one I'm liking is Amari Cooper.
Cam Newton for a
Amari
kicker.
Cooper.
Huh?
Cam Newton for a kicker.
Yeah, man, I can make that happen. Marlon, you want the kicker for Cam? You got it, buddy.
You got it, buddy. Dude, you know, I'm gonna go with you, Marlon, with the Culon Santo. I love your wide receivers, man. You're probably like the deepest team at wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know, you got George Kittle. I think he's healthy, right? I mean,
yeah,
fingers
it
crossed.
sounds like it. Yeah.
So I mean, I think he should have a bounce back game. I'm not too excited about your running backs. Obviously, we just talked about Fournette being a bed shitter, and Singletary's kind of just like meh. You know, Josh Allen is really kind of bad.
He's keeping those balls for himself, man.
That's todo. He's a ball hog, cabron. But you know, what else? Julio Jones is banged up for them Lions. I know he's got like a lingering hamstring issue, I believe.
Yeah.
Odell
just got put on the list today too, the injury report today for a back injury. Which you don't like to see that this late in the week, you know?
No, that's not a good thing. And you know, Diggs has been great. Diggs has been pretty good, you know, for Josh Allen. I think he's Diggs is one of the reasons why Josh Allen has been doing so well. And obviously Kyler Murray had a down game last week, but he's going up against Carolina. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he's going to have a great game there. So I'm going to go with you, man. I think you got it. And them Lions, I mean, that would be, you know, for him to start off 2-2, that would be quite a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's all remember, Dem Lions 2 years ago wasn't the Dem Lions last year.
That's true.
But
that is true.
I think, dude, I mean, I'm looking at it. I think I'm going to have to take Marlon as well, just because of the injuries facing Dem Lions right now, man. He has a lot of questionables, and that's not something you want to see.
A lot of question marks, yeah.
Odell, Julio Jones. If those guys were healthy, I would definitely pick Dem Lions over Marlon's squad right now. With the matchups and everything like that, but I mean, I think it's just the injury bug is might bite him in the ass this week.
Like you said, man, this is another guy who's starting 2 tight ends because of the injuries. He's starting Noah Fant and he's starting T.J. Hawkinson. You know, and starting 2 tight ends in fantasy is like the kiss of death, man. Like it's hard to win when you have to start 2 tight ends.
Yeah, dude, that's really rough,
it's rough,
man. Unless you have 2 of the elite tight ends, it's kind of
hate to see it.
But I mean, hey, injuries, man. Mike, who you taking, dude?
For the reasons you guys have already said, I'm going with Marlon as well.
So I think that's 2 games straight where we're going. 2 games straight where we're going. Yeah, we're unanimous with those selections. The next matchup is Over Easy 3-0 versus the Lady Boys 3-0. So a pair of 3-0 teams. This is the juiciest, the biggest matchup in the league. Who do you guys got?
Man, I'm gonna go with Over Easy just because I want to see Vu go down, man. I want to see the Lady Boys go down. This is personal.
This is personal. Dude, again, this is another one of those like everything's upside down. Like now the Lady Boys are the best team in the league. It looks like for the first 3 weeks, and they were the worst team in the league. They were the worst team in the league last year, so it's everything is crazy right now.
The Lady Boys send me taunting DMs throughout the week.
Oh, you gotta love it, though. You gotta love it.
I'm gonna take. Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go.
Yeah, Chris. All right, fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Lady Boys. Just kidding. I'm taking Over Easy. She's my wife. Just kidding. I'm going with her and. Just a reminder, she's been without her number 1 pick for the last couple of weeks, and she's still putting up crazy numbers. without Michael Thomas, dude. So
Yeah.
once Michael Thomas comes back, her team's going to be a lot scarier. So yeah, I'm taking over easy.
Yeah.
All right. I know you guys are going to call me a hater.
She's just lingering. She's lingering over here.
But Matt Ryan has got a tough matchup, dude. Matt Ryan's going against Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers is going up against Atlanta. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to put up big points against Atlanta. I don't think Matt Ryan is going to do too hot against the Packers. I'm sorry. I don't think Tyler Lockett is going to score 3 touchdowns again. I don't think it's going to happen.
He is going up against Miami, though.
And it is look. If she had Michael Thomas, I would go with her. But dude, she's starting Greg Ward. You know, she has to start Greg Ward because of the injuries to her team. I'm gonna have to go with the Lady Boys, man. At this moment in time, right now, the Lady Boys has a stronger team. Right, this week they have a stronger team.
But like we said, Hopkins and Ridley as well, both on the injury sheet this week.
That's what I was going to say.
Today as well.
And it looks like quite possibly, they're going to be not playing.
Bro, if Hopkins doesn't play, then over easy, for
Who's
sure.
your pick, Marlon?
For that reason, for those 2 injuries, because those are key players. Those are 2 key players, despite the fact that Aaron Rodgers is up against Atlanta, which
It'll be crazy if Hopkins doesn't play because Hopkins never missed a game for Houston.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting to see him.
He's reliable.
Very interesting to see him not play in his first year at another team. Him miss a week or something. It's kind of crazy.
He's getting viejito, bro.
So
that's why Bill O'Brien traded him.
He's young though. He's like 26, I think.
Black don't crack, cabrón. Black don't crack.
So I think
edit that out.
So for that reason, I think I'm gonna go with over easy.
Hey, crack don't black, bro. So I think we had Chris go with Bangkok, and the rest of us go with over easy. Brings us to our next matchup, an intra cartel matchup. The 0-3 LVU, myself versus the very strong Bad Hombres at 2-1. I'm going to take myself because I have to. Chris's team is pretty scary, though. But, you know, if my guys come out to play, you never know. I got Fitzmagic going up against Seattle. Yeah. And I've been trying to trade for a QB this last week, and it's not working out yet. I don't want to overpay for a quarterback. So I'm going to roll with Fitzpatrick, and hopefully it works out. Him against Seattle, it might be a bit of a shootout.
Yeah. Fitzpatrick is always good for like 1 fucking game a season or 2 games a season where he throws like 5 touchdowns. So maybe this will be the week.
He follows up with throwing like 5.
That was last week, though. Yeah. He threw 5 touchdowns last week.
Oh, did he?
No, he had Jacksonville last week. He put up 29, and he had Buffalo before that and put up 38 against Buffalo. So that's not terrible.
No, I think Fitzpatrick was a good pickup. That is scary because Seattle, their secondary is garbage, and Jamal Adams is hurt. So he's probably not going to play.
The only concern I have there is, say Fitzpatrick throws a couple picks and they throw 2 and I'm fucking screwed, which wouldn't happen to me at this point.
Oh man!
But yeah, dude.
No,
I'm looking.
They're not gonna pull Fitzpatrick that fast.
I'm just saying, bro. I played Gardner Minshew against the worst pass defense in the league, and he scored under 10 for me.
Yeah.
Reminds me that no quarterback that I've played thus far has scored over 10 for me. So I've been pretty good. But I have Kenyon Drake against Carolina is exciting for me.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. Definitely a good matchup.
Chris, you're definitely you're definitely favored here in this matchup, but Tom picked me as an underdog, so I got to return the favor.
Do it, man. Here's the thing: I'm gonna help make your case. I remember 2 seasons ago, we were in the exact position but flipped. Okay, Tom had a stacked team. My team was doing pretty shitty, and then we played against each other, and my team ended up winning. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So that is fresh in my mind because I've been there and it fucking happened. So I know it can happen. But it's just like I'm looking at once you added Fitzpatrick, then I started to worry a little bit, man. Because, Fitzpatrick, I think he's going to come up big against Seattle. I'm not going to lie.
Don't say that.
No, I'm going to echar la sal. And then Kenyon Drake against Carolina, that's a big match. That's a good matchup for Kenyon Drake, too. But I just like I don't know, man.
mean,
my team is
dude, no. I mean,
you're scoring good.
Your squad, man, is strong, dude. Like if it wasn't for myself, if it wasn't me, I'd be going against me right now. You got Ezekiel Elliott against Cleveland. Dallas's offense has been putting up fucking points. Galladay against New Orleans. I don't know if Galladay's 100% yet, but he put up a decent score this past week. You have DK Metcalf against Miami, dude. So that's juicy. And Aaron Jones against Atlanta too, dude. That's a very good matchup for you as well. So.
Right, and I'm pretty excited about Robinson, the running back from Jacksonville against Cincinnati. I think he can have a decent game too, dude. I legit think I can have like 3 like top 12 running backs, bro. Like in this week, like it's crazy, but it's just like my running backs this year. That's like my strength. I actually want to like try to make a trade, one of my running backs and turn that into wide receivers because I'm weak at wide receiver, so I'm trying to make a trade with somebody who's strong at wide receiver. And see if we can make something work.
Are you dropping hints?
Who could that be?
Dropping hints.
Who could that be? But we'll see.
After he complimented your wide receiver core earlier today.
Yeah. So
I picked up.
But anyway,
you got wide receivers to spare, Marlon.
I traded the Fornicators. I traded the Fornicators, and I picked up David Montgomery, who I have starting right now. I'm not sure I'm going to start him. He's going up against Indy. So we'll see, man. I traded two away to get David Montgomery. So I'm hoping David Montgomery can step it up. I know Tariq Cohen went down injured, so Montgomery's the man in Chicago, and we've got a new, Big Dick Nick or Big Nick Dick coming in. So
Dick, bro.
Maybe that bodes well for him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, I'm the highest scoring team in the league, and you're the lowest scoring team in the league at this moment. So I can't not pick myself, okay?
No, dude.
Pick myself.
Hey,
I'm gonna pick myself.
Marlon, who you got?
We know the game.
I got it. Chris and I somos los Cowboys boys, bro.
We're like that, cabrones.
Yeah.
Inseparable.
So I got to.
That's right,
I mean,
Marlon.
no, I like your running backs a lot, Chris. And you got
look at us flirting with each other.
Among them. Show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Raise your hands, guys. I don't know if you're giving yourself tuggies
bro.
there.
Maybe Josh Allen tears his ACL in the first quarter. You never know.
Hey,
You never know. That would be good news for me. But but yeah, and I mean you got Ezekiel Elliott, you got Aaron Jones. Yeah, I mean, your running backs are just solid, man.
Yeah.
And you got Metcalf. As long as he remembers to hold on to the ball as he's crossing to the end zone, I think he'll be fine.
I think he learned his lesson.
Well, this week
what
and
did you
this season are
say,
getting so much
Marlon?
more spicy.
Marlon, what did you say? All I heard was.
No, that was
Oh shit.
Anyhow, so that's 2-2. We're split on this one. But Mike is kind of giving me that underdog pity vote. Anyhow, that's the week 4 matchups. That's what's going on this week in Super Liga. You guys, good luck. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys. Hopefully we have another high-scoring week like we did last week. And hopefully you break 100.
Hopefully I break 100, bro. All right, talk to y'all later.
all right.
Later.